value for money are pursued in tandem.
Mr. Tom Greatrex.
I thank the Secretary of State for his answer. He will appreciate that this is an issue of very serious concern, both for the 10,000 dedicated, professional and highly valued workers employed at Sellafield, and also for all of us who, as taxpayers, have just seen a £20 billion public procurement decision partly reversed. I want to ask the Secretary of State a few specific questions on the details of his decision and his statement this afternoon. In 2013, just 15 months ago, the then Minister, the Right Honourable Member for Sevenoaks, the Minister in his department, allowed the NDA to continue into a 5-year contract extension for NMP. This was despite a National Audit Office report from November 2012 that concluded the contract led to poor project design and delivery by Sellafield Limited and weaknesses in the authorities, that's Nuclear Decommissioning Authority's oversight. Could the Secretary of State tell the House why that was ignored and why this decision is now being made today? Is it because the reality was the situation was getting worse and not better? The Secretary of State has suggested that in 2013, at the review point, they accepted the problems with the NMP contract but did not have an alternative solution prepared. Could the Secretary of State explain what is the point of a review point if you aren't able to consider other options? And could the Secretary of State also illuminate the House on what termination fees apply to the cancellation of this contract and whether those fees could at any stage have been recovered, and what assessment his department has made of the risk of legal action from NMP to recover further funds? Mr. Speaker, it was revealed last year under Freedom of Information request that KPMG completed a 277-page internal review of the contract for the NDA in September 2013, which was highly critical. To quote the Public Accounts Committee, it found there was a misalignment between the objectives of NMP and the authority's commitment to deliver value for money for the taxpayer and potential conflicts of interest associated with contracting by Sellafield Limited with NMP's affiliate companies. Could the Minister confirm how much was spent on that advice from KPMG by the NDA, which reports to him, which was then ignored and now seems to be being adopted? The PAC also reported in February last year that even after the contract was extended with NMP, he had not provided clear leadership, strong management and improved capabilities needed to deliver the performance required at the site. Why has the government therefore taken 15 months from overseeing that contract extension to come to the conclusion that it was the wrong decision? And can the government confirm what arrangements there are in the immediate term for the 10,000 people employed at Sellafield and what impact today's decision will have on the running of other sites, and whether this will cause a review of the NDA's other operations where similar contracts could still be in place at poor value for the taxpayer? Mr. Speaker, could the Secretary of State also clarify why this announcement was extensively trailed in the press last night and this morning rather than being made before this House at first instance today? Is it not the case, Mr. Speaker, that what we have seen today is a frantic U-turn, an abandonment of the extension of a contract and the reversal of a decision which should probably never have been taken in the first place? Does the Secretary of State not appreciate that such a casual disregard for the evidence and conclusions from the NAO and PAC have resulted in wasted time and public money and may risk confidence in the important decommissioning work at Sellafield, and that insufficient care and due regard was taken by ministers in his department with the ultimate responsibility? And does it not rather eloquently make the case against part-time energy ministers? And is it not now time that he, the Secretary of State, got a grip, stopped playing stupid inter-coalition games and got his dysfunctional and misfiring department into shape?
Secretary of State.
Mr. Speaker, the honourable gentleman was doing quite well until the last